are some of the biggest challenges that energy executives are facing when it comes to their software systems.
There are some really interesting, unique challenges that are taking place, especially right now with regards to energy companies and particularly their software. Much of the infrastructure that the energy industry is operating on is based on decades-old infrastructure, some 65 years or older, and there's also dated software that's being utilized. And as energy resources have become more disparate, you have things out in the field, you have rotating assets, fixed assets. There's a combination of infrastructure that is much more complex to manage, and you want to be able to integrate the data that's across each of these infrastructure to manage them more efficiently. And that's not currently the case with many companies. Secondly, the rise in energy demand is requiring more efficient use of data and data-driven decision-making that is much more challenging in today's environment, especially with distributed energy resources. Third, we continue to see increase in cybersecurity threats, and you need to have infrastructure and data and systems and software that can mitigate a lot of these threats and keep you on the leading edge to be able to really be ahead of the curve with regards to protecting your infrastructure assets and the energy demands that society requires. Additionally, a lot of the data and foundation to leverage AI and the leading technologies and innovation are needing to be developed and deployed more efficiently. And you need a strong data foundation. And a lot of the systems today are too siloed, too broken, are not integrated, so you really can't capitalize on the latest innovations in AI, and that's only growing and getting much more complex at a faster pace.
How does a comprehensive, secure, and scalable APM fit into digital transformation goals for energy enterprises?
Really operating in today's complex energy environment is really difficult, and the asset performance management software really helps to simplify that. So number one, what it does is actually builds a unified view of your infrastructure that integrates digital twins, IoT, and other points of data across an entire energy portfolio. And that makes it much more simple for executives and energy leaders to really operate their infrastructure. That also gives benefit to improving resiliency and reliability. You can actually utilize that unified view to reduce downtimes, optimize maintenance schedules, and even lower emissions because you're able to optimize your energy portfolio much more effectively. Third, it lets you be more on the leading edge of protecting the energy infrastructure and your organization from cybersecurity threats that are growing in prevalence today. Deployed on encrypted and secure cloud technologies, the asset performance management software really enables you to have monitoring of those threats and also being able to proactively mitigate them. And then last but not least, it allows for organizations to accelerate the energy transition and do it much more efficiently in terms of running existing infrastructure more efficiently, as well as incorporating newer forms of infrastructure and lowering emissions with regards to intermittent sources.
How are AWS and GE Vernova partnering to deliver modernized software for fixed and rotating assets?
Recently, AWS and GE Vernova entered into a strategic collaboration agreement under which GE Vernova's software suite will be available on AWS's cloud technologies. We're excited about this because it introduces really three key benefits and even further more than that. First, it allows AWS's cloud technology and scalable infrastructure to be meshed and matched well with GE Vernova's asset performance management software, but for both fixed and rotating assets. So whether you're looking at something very regional, a few plants, or you want to manage your operations globally, both GEV's asset performance software as well as AWS's cloud infrastructure can scale to meet those needs. Secondly, it allows you to deploy the latest cloud technology solutions like AI and machine learning. So when you want to integrate and build a unified view of your infrastructure and operate that seamlessly and deploy artificial intelligence and machine learning to be able to run those more efficiently, increase reliability and resilience, you're able to do that much more effectively as well. And then last but not least, what it also does is allow you to get microservices deployed. So whether you want to deploy one application or multiple for use cases like reliability assessments or for managing temperature sensor analysis, you're able to do that depending on the applications that you need. So it allows for greater flexibility by deploying GE V's software suite on AWS's cloud technology.
What excites you about the future of energy and how AWS and GE Vernova can support organizations through a major transition?
GE Vernova and AWS are already at the leading edge in terms of what we're doing for the energy demands and needs for what society requires. And what I'm particularly excited about is the innovations that we're deploying out in the world are going to enable AI-driven energy grids, ones that can optimize demand and meet energy infrastructure and supply more efficiently and in more automated fashion. It can help us respond to threats like hurricanes and help bring resources online much more effectively and manage a disparate set of energy infrastructure, whether they're base load, gas, or renewable assets, to be able to get people power back up and running or without it in the first place. And then what I'm also excited about is these are the types of technologies that we're really going to require to be able to accelerate the energy transition. If we want to meet the world's growing energy demands, deploy the latest technologies, and do it with lower emissions, these are the types of transformations and innovations that we need to be able to enable them.